Además yo le acomodo, ¿verdad? También.
No more fights, we're not fighting anymore. I'm being good. No Larry David moments.
Okay. Yeah. Can somebody tell me how this works right here?
You're on. You're on.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm really happy to see everybody here and that you're here to support a great cause, which is the cause against human trafficking, because we all fight for freedom. We all want to see everybody free of slavery, free of abuse, and all forms of domestic violence, servitude, sexual slavery, and that's what we're here for, just to raise awareness and let everybody share their story of survival. We have stories of survival, human trafficking stories, and we have California slavery. Kimberly Herman is here, so she's going to represent California slavery. Aaron Cohen is here, and he's representing Abolish Slavery. And Virginia Saías is here. She's a human trafficking survivor, and I admire and respect her a lot because she has taught me that you need to fight for freedom. It doesn't matter what happened to you. You can still have hope. You can still, it doesn't matter what you're going through. You can still inspire other people with your story. And she has fought for many, many years to get other women freedom and to give them their voice. So we're going to begin today by listening to Aaron Cohen and Richard from Abolish Slavery. And after that, we're going to have some of the artists sing. And some of them already have a human trafficking song that they wrote especially for Tape. So I would like to welcome Richard and Aaron Cohen.
Oh my gosh. I'm so nervous. All right, Rich.
Hi, Richard Leger, abolishslavery.org. It's Abolish Slavery. We're essentially a coalition of volunteers and activists. Our mission and desire is to combat and fight human trafficking internationally and here in the U.S., domestically as well. Our focus primarily, as of recent, has been task force, building task forces here in the U.S. and abroad, and basically getting the support of governmental and non-governmental agencies and nonprofits, much like the ones that are here today, to basically galvanize an effort to rescue as many young girls from sex trafficking. And Aaron and me basically co-founded the organization several years back, and we are working diligently and hard to try to make a difference. And we appreciate all the help that you've done outside of our organization, and hope that we can be a help to you for whatever needs you have, and that we can work together to try to make a larger impact on a very huge problem. And let me hand the mic over to Aaron Cohen.
Thanks, Rich. I think one person clapped. Oh, come on, Andrew now. So as you know, thank you everybody for coming out today. It's a very important moment. We're here on 11/11/11, which in the ancient world they called the Stargate to eternity. I don't know what that means. I just know that if we're talking about abolishing slavery or freedom, that there's eternal righteousness in that. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. We live in a society today where slavery is the fastest growing illegal business in the world. There's more slaves today than any time in human history. It's already passed arms sales, and it's in position to pass drug sales. An entire generation of women and young girls is being lost to human trafficking. You're going to hear some stories tonight of people that suffered terrible abuse, but they've overcome through great adversity, to be here with us today and talk about freedom, what real freedom is. So I'm very excited because we're part of a movement, all of us together, with Cass and Abolish Slavery, the different members of the coalition and the Global Freedom Concerts, and I'm excited to hear some of the new artists who have written some songs, because I originally became involved in this movement through the ancient study of Jubilee, the musician from the ancient world who brought peace through music. And he forgave debts and he freed slaves in ancient Samaria. It influenced the Israelites and became part of the event on Mount Sinai in Leviticus 25. Every 50 years they would celebrate Jubilee by practicing environmental laws and by also freeing slaves. So they brought together a one earth, one humanity concept. And it seems to me that that's what we're doing today. We're talking about saving our children and saving ourselves. Human rights is something that's really important, because the minute we start to look away from a prostituted woman who's being beaten down, and we say to ourselves, this woman is 14, she's made a choice to become a prostitute, all of a sudden we've bought into this problem with men globally, which is the perception that somehow women choose to be beaten down and prostituted at age 12, at age 13, at age 14. Well, guess what? Someone cannot give consent as a minor to doing that. So as our society changes, I'm very excited to be here today with Cass, because they're working on legislation, and you'll hear more later from Kimberly about the legislative piece that's coming. And we need all of your support, because we've got to make some changes. If we want to heal our society, if we want to heal ourselves, we have to take a look first in the mirror and say to ourselves, what can we do to change? And then we have to have an action plan, and we have to work together. When we talk about abolishing slavery and freedom, essentially we're talking about four things. We're talking about prosecuting the bad guys, doing investigations. We're talking about protecting the victims. We're talking about preventing this crime from happening again and again. And the fourth P is partnerships. We need to come together in a movement together and stop our bickering and our civil wars. And we need to abolish slavery as one voice with one true freedom, and that's freedom for all and dignity and peace on earth. Thank you so much for having us today. God bless you.